Happy New Year, back with a bang. Another year full of films, and Guy Ritchie's back at it again. What's going on, people? Welcome to yet another episode of Filmy Thoughts. Before we get started, I want to say Happy New Year to all those watching it. Welcome to the other side, another decade. Hopefully, you can achieve your goals within the next 10 years. And we can look back in 2030 and say, damn, I've come a long, long way. Anyway, none of that inspirational stuff. Enough of that. Let's get down to business. I'm going to be talking to you about a film that has come from my favorite director. Every film he has released, I have enjoyed. And that's Guy Ritchie. And he's come out with a film called The Gentleman. Highly, highly recommend this film. It only came out yesterday in the UK. I believe in the States and other countries, it's going to come out within the next couple of weeks. But if you're in the UK, you need to go and watch that film. Loved it. Loved every aspect of it. The thing about Guy Ritchie is he makes gangster movies, and actually it's not only gangster movies. He's done Sherlock Holmes. He's done Aladdin, as well as some other films as well that aren't really gangster. But he's known. He came up on the gangster stuff. Lock, Stock and Two Smoking Barrels, Revolver, Snatch, and now The Gentleman. Deep intellectual filmmaking. That's what I think it is. Every single one of them. There's so many different layers to the films that he makes. It's like one of them Russian dolls. You know, you open it and there's a smaller one. You open it, there's a smaller one until it gets minute. And that's how it is with this. It's like there's always something going on. You have to stay pilled. There's some intellectual warfare happening, as well as the real gritty guns, knives, taking limbs stuff as well. So it covers all areas. It's bossy, it's funny, and it's well written. It's well written. I always enjoy Guy Ritchie's films for the script writing, as well as the cinematography. I'm going to keep this synopsis short and sweet. Basically, let me see how I can do this now. Because again, all of Guy Ritchie's films have many layers, so it's hard to kind of describe the film and make it make sense, even though it does make sense. So literally just on the first layer, that's all I'm going to give you. A massive newspaper in the UK hires a private investigator to basically investigate a guy called Mickey. Mickey is played by Matthew McConaughey. And he is a drug lord. He only deals with weed. He doesn't deal with anything else, just weed. And he's a drug lord in the United Kingdom. And he is actually trying to sell his business and just retire. He's had enough of getting his hands dirty. He just wants to chill. So he's trying to sell his business and retire. But there is an antagonist involved who basically wants to buy his business, but is doing certain things to drive the value of the business down. And that's it in a nutshell. But it is so sick. I'm giving it a straight 4.75 out of 5. I mean, as I said, it's funny. I went to watch it yesterday on January the 1st, and the cinema was packed. It was heaving. And it was a good atmosphere. Everyone was laughing when they were supposed to. I was laughing when some things weren't funny to others, but it was funny to me. But it was just good. I like going to packed films when people behave themselves. Yeah? When they behave themselves. It's a good time to be in a cinema because you can enjoy the experience with everyone, and everyone kind of gets the vibe. It's a bit like when you go to a rave that's turn up. You dig. So yes, 4.75 out of 5. What was it missing? What was it missing? There were no explosions. And I'm not saying that would have made it a 5 out of 5. And I'm not criticizing that either. It didn't need it. It really did not need it because it had everything else. As I said, the comedy, the bossiness, the outright disrespect. I like the fact that it's got two different aspects of gangsters. You've got the gentleman gangster and you've got the new school gangster that's played by Bugsy Malone and his crew. Hang tight, Bugsy Malone. And it just goes to show, you know, there's no honor amongst thieves, which is interesting. I'll give you a quick example of the film. So the gentleman gangster walks up to the roadman gangster, the new wave gangster, and basically he wants his phone because he recorded something that needs to disappear. So he wants his phone. The gentleman gangster offers to purchase his phone for £4,000. £4,000 for a little wrap-down phone, right? The roadman gangster's like, nah, but I'll keep my phone and I'll keep your £4,000. How about that? So now the gentleman gangster's like, all right, I tried to do this like a gentleman. I tried to come correct, but you're trying to push me that way, so we're gonna go that way. And he just basically brings out this massive machine gun and just lets him know what time it is on the spot, which is interesting. These young bucks have a lot to learn. You have to do things proper. So yeah, go watch that film. Really good film. I would say to Guy Ritchie, you need to bring out the next Sherlock Holmes. I am still waiting for that. I don't care how much it costs to get Robert Downey Jr. Make it happen. You dig? You have a good day, good evening, good night, good afternoon, and a good morning whenever you're watching this. Click and subscribe. Click and subscribe. Take care.